Hey guys, my name is Ryan Mercury, and welcome back to another episode of the Quiet Tavern podcast. We are joined by, as always, the one, the only Atomic Lake.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about one topic alone in its entirety, E3 2017. Now, if you don't know what E3 is, Atomic, please describe what E3 is.
Well, E3, it's basically different companies from different game companies show off games for the year and so on and so on, and basically video games galore. Just video games.
It is video games.
Just new video games.
It's only
everywhere.
video games. It's the best thing in the world. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go down through each of the 5 different companies that did their reveals, and we'll put down in the description timestamps to each company that did their presentation. So if you guys want to go to a certain one, then you can just do that, and that'll be good. So kicking it off with Microsoft, they revealed their new console, quote unquote new console, the Xbox One X.
It's basically a faster version of the Xbox One.
So for those who don't keep up with Microsoft, think of it like the 3DS versus the new 3DS. It's essentially a newer console with faster capabilities and all around a better console, probably. And as part of that presentation, they said that they're going to be doing backwards compatibility with original Xbox games.
Yes.
And several games are set to receive 4K updates.
I am very excited for that.
Some of these games that are set to get 4K updates are Gears of War, Forza Horizon, Killer Instinct, Halo Wars, and Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft about that. They added like shaders and galleries to it. Instead of like, if you haven't seen it, just check it out.
And then some other games that are also going to be released on the Xbox One X are Final Fantasy 15, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Rocket League, and 26 other games. My bad.
Yes, I think
and then some of their games.
Go
ahead.
It's other games, but I think they're just bringing it to like in 4K. I think.
Oh yeah. And then some of the other games that they have set to release are Forza Motorsports 7, Metro Exodus. Oh, and we got first look at Assassin's Creed Origins.
Deep Rock Galactic. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I wanted to play that game, but I don't have I don't have the gaming computer for it.
Oh yeah. And that's apparently supposed to be an Xbox
Steam. One
console, but it's going to be an exclusive console-wise to the Xbox One. So, hey, there's something. And then some other games that they released, or that they have announced, are Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is essentially for you weeaboos out there who like your anime. This is essentially your fighting game for the Xbox One. And then we got some other games, like, some that caught my eye from, like, typing up these notes were games like, The Darwin Project, The Last Night, Code VN. I don't know, if I was to ever get, like, an Xbox One, I think I'd get those games, because they seem rather interesting.
The Artful Escape kind of looked ugly to me. It didn't really interest me that much.
What did?
Like
the Artful Escape?
The Artful Escape is basically a Tumblr game.
Oh,
that's what I think it is.
So overall, how would you say that Microsoft did their presentation?
I think they did their presentation pretty nice. Like they showed off their their quote-unquote new console. They show backwards compatibility will include original Xbox games, and they showed a car, a whole fucking car on a fucking stage.
Really?
It was for like Forza Motorsport 7, I think. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Oh fuck. And Assassin's Creed Origins. I just bought like the Ezio collection for Assassin's Creed, and I'm really starting to get into it.
All right. So what do you want to talk about next? Then you want to talk about Sony?
Yeah, let's talk about Sony.
All right. So I watched, or I was half an hour late to Sony's presentation. I came in when they announced God of War.
I have like no idea what God of War is, but I believe it's 4. And
let me look that up real quick. I think it is God of War 4.
yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's God of War 4.
But now I never played God of War though, but it looks kind of good.
I don't know, like if that's like something that you're into, I would say.
No, I never.
Go
like I
for
never
it.
played it.
Oh, I haven't either. Oh, they talked about Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Well, that's like I think that's an expansion for Uncharted. Or a DLC,
Okay.
I don't know.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I had never played that yet.
Oh, to be honest, half of these games on here, I don't even know what they are. So, like, I really like just like mentioning what they are and saying nothing else. Charlie Mercury exposed. If he doesn't know his information, he didn't do his research properly.
Now, Days Gone, they actually showed a bit of gameplay of Days Gone in E3's 2016.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's a zombie game, but I think it's like more than that.
Okay. Shadow of the Colossus is getting a remake for the PS4.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's a remake or a sequel.
No, it's a remake.
Oh,
According
okay.
to and again, I forgot to mention this. Everything that we're talking about was shown on Kotaku.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, that's where I got all these notes from. Was from Kotaku.
And Monster Hunter World. I never heard of that before.
Oh well, Monster Hunter was on the 3DS because they had a couple of Monster Hunter games for both the Wii U and the 3DS. It's essentially what it sounds like. It's a Monster Hunter game.
It's basically a Monster Hunter game. Like you just capture monsters
Essentially.
and kill them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't played it, but from like what I've heard, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, you just go out in the fucking jungle and just kill monsters.
Yeah, that's about right.
You get to eat their babies and shit.
Oh, damn, that got dark. Oh, and they talked about VR. From what I see about that, people were just dead. They didn't care about the VR.
No, they did not care about VR stuff. I mean, some people did,
too
but
early.
they didn't really care.
Yeah, no, we're like still too early in the lifetime of VR to be making games about VR.
They I think I think they are gonna put like Skyrim into VR and New Dune 2016 in VR.
Oh, I know for.
And
I
I think
forget
Fallout
where I
4.
read this. I don't know whether it was for. Oh, it was for I think Bethesda or something like
Yeah,
that.
Bethesda.
But they. We'll wait on that.
And
We'll wait till we talk about that for Bethesda before we mention anything. Oh, Detroit Become Human. That one was cool.
yeah, Detroit Become Human. And Spooderman
Like
or Spider-Man.
showing. Oh, Spoderman. That one was cool. The one turnoff I had were the QuickTime events and the abundance that there were.
I think
so
that's
I don't know
like
if we're gonna see.
Like from QuickTime events, I think that's like another overused concept.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they mentioned Destiny 2.
Yes, Destiny 2. I did play Destiny, the first Destiny.
Oh yeah.
But after a while, it just got boring.
I have watched people play Destiny. I have never touched that game a day in my life. Like, alright, so quick story was, I was watching Elias Pandy play Destiny, and he was like typing up how good he was at playing Destiny, and he was playing against one of his friends, and he just got demolished. Like, it was 5-0. He just got riggedy wrecked, and I'm like,
all I did was play multiplayer. That's all I did.
Oh yeah.
And he did show some multiplayer gameplay for Call of Duty World War II.
Oh, so that's gonna have multiplayer.
Yeah, it has like basically every Call of Duty has multiplayer.
I guess so.
But it did look good. You know, it's just classic boots on the ground, no fucking jetpacks or some bullshit.
No gimmicks.
But I'm not really like hyping up as it is.
Yeah. Oh, they mentioned Crash Bandicoot for. They're gonna release the the N.
Yeah, the Insane trilogy. That right there is my fucking childhood.
What was that? That trilogy. Like, what games were that?
What'd you say?
I asked what was the what games were in the Insane trilogy?
Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2, The Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
Okay,
they're gonna remaster all 3 games.
That's how you print money. Moving on to Nintendo.
I didn't really. I kind of missed their press conference.
Oh, I did too. So like everything that I've got for Pokemon notes was like again from Kotaku. Yeah, like they have mentioned that they are in development for we're gonna get a main series core RPG Pokemon game for the Switch. We just don't know the title. We don't know what it's about. It's gonna be in development for about roughly a year, according to Pokemon themselves. And that was after they have already announced Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for the 3DS coming out in November. So I think it was like the fans were getting kind of like upset that they weren't getting their game, and then I think everyone kind of forgot. Oh wait, we still have E3 left to go through before we can start worrying about what we're not going to get this year.
Oh yeah.
And some other stuff that they mentioned. They have mentioned Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Switch. And I don't know. I think that one might be a port or a remake. Xenoblade.
Sounds like a
I wonder
port
if
to me.
No, I think it's gonna be
a remake.
I think it's it's its own standalone.
It's a standalone.
So it's going to the Switch. It's not a port. So that's cool.
Did they announce like a new Sonic game?
Oh, Sonic Mania? I think that was a while ago, and it was mentioned that will be going to the Switch. So, in terms of Sonic and Nintendo, I think we're going to get that on the Switch. Oh no, the Sonic, the one where you can make your Sonic OCs come to life.
Oh, for the God's sake!
Oh my! Even like DeviantArt was like getting.
Are you fucking
even DeviantArt
serious?
was getting hype about that. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh my fucking god! No.
They were getting like ready, like, oh my god, you can make your OCs in Sonic now. I'm like, kill me.
A lot of people are
they have
a lot
mentioned
of cringy OCs. I'm just saying.
Oh, we're gonna see a lot of cringy OCs. Metroid has announced 2 new games: Metroid Prime 4 and then Metroid. Again, not sure what it's about or what it is, but it's just Metroid for the 3DS. Is what we know so far. And on the same line, we've got Kirby and Yoshi games coming out in 2018 for the Switch. Again, we don't know their names. We don't know anything about it yet. We just know that they're happening. Breath of the Wild is set to get its first DLC set on June 23rd.
June?
Yeah, it's like
this year or
June
next
23rd.
Year?
This year. It's going to get its first DLC this year.
Well, goddamn, they're working hard.
It's getting there.
Alright, so what about EA's
Oh, Rocket League is getting
Expo.
Well, hang on, we're not done with Nintendo yet. We still have like Rocket League is going to be on the Switch, obviously, and Super Mario Odyssey trailer was shown. That game looks cool.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna buy it if I have a Switch.
So Pokemon for the Switch bought me. This bought me even more. I'm gonna get a Switch. I'm gonna get Pokemon. I'm gonna get Pokemon, and I'm gonna get Mario, and I'll be happy. All right. So moving on to EA. EA didn't do shit.
Yeah, all they did was EA was pretty much like was kind of like not that special in E3.
No.
All they showed was
all they did was just announce games.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I think they said
a new game from BioWare.
Star Wars Battlefront 3 was gonna be like canon in the Star Wars story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said something about that, but anyway, a new BioWare game called Anthem.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was about because I was typing it up really late. But it's called Anthem.
I think they showed that in
real quick.
I think they showed that in Microsoft's press conference.
Did they?
Yeah, I think so.
Anthem. Yeah, it looks like a shooter game.
Well,
apparently, the Mass Effect fans are getting kind of butthurt about it. Because they're not. I assume because they're not getting their. Because they're not getting their Mass Effect.
Not getting their Mass Effect.
Who else presented for for E3? Bethesda, did they do anything?
A Prison Break game called Way Out. A Way Out.
Oh yeah, that one's got me kind of like wondering about like what that's going to be about, because that seems kind of cool. Because think about it, how many different Prison Break games have you seen?
None, pretty much.
Same.
The only prison game I saw was that little fucking. It was a pixel game, and you're supposed to break out of prison or something by yourself.
I can name a Prison Break game.
There's only like one I can think of.
No, I can think of one. Fleeing the Complex. It's like one of those browser games.
Oh.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Payback.
It's been Payback.
It's been a while since we had a Need for Speed.
Yeah, like.
Has it?
That's like.
I don't know.
I think that might be like. Yeah, let me like look up Need for Speed.
Because the only Need for Speed game I played was Need for Speed Most Wanted. That's the game that
I had
that's
one
the only
for
Need for Speed I played. So if you don't know what Need for Speed is, it's pretty much a drag racing game.
Racing game. This is the first game for Need for Speed since 2015, so it's been a couple of years since we've had Need for Speed.
2015.
And the 2005 game was the series reboot.
And got a couple of Madden 18.
Oh yeah, and you had your standard Madden, FIFA, and NBA Live.
No, Madden 18. I think Madden 18 is like a football story game. Has like a camping.
Yeah, it's gonna have like a story mode to it, along with like actual like the Madden you all know and love. So
NBL.
Actually, real quick.
NBA Live 18.
Ubisoft E3
Just another basketball
2017.
game.
Essentially. This is absolutely nothing to write home about. So I'm gonna look at what E3 or what Ubisoft did. They talked about Mario and Rabbids.
Oh, that's like a crossover.
Yeah, and that looks kind of cool. Because it's like it's a bit of a departure from like what we know from Mario.
Like I can't remember
The Crew 2.
I think that's another racing game but with different vehicles.
Yeah. It's got like the headline that Kotaku uses. The Crew 2 has cars, dirt bikes, and planes.
What about Ubisoft's press conference?
Oh, I'm looking at that right now. Like this is like everything that Ubisoft presented. Transference. Elijah Wood and a few other people went slightly meta as they introduced Transference, a VR game that we don't know much about other than that it's weird and in VR. Okay.
And in VR. I bet nobody give a shit
and
about
in VR. Skull and Bones takes piracy beyond Assassin's Creed. It's like pirates, like in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but removes anything closely associated with
game
Assassin's
looked interesting.
Creed. It, like, from the picture I've seen, is this a trailer? This might be a trailer, so I'm gonna...
No, they showed gameplay of it.
Oh, did they?
It's pretty much a pirate game where you have to destroy a ship and and raid someone else's ship.
Yeah, that actually sounds kind of interesting. Starlink Battle of Atlas has you attach toys to your game controller.
Yeah, another name that is overused, Atlas. Because I keep
so it's like that sounds like Amiibos almost, or like Skylanders, where you like use toys in the game and that kind of.
Are they gonna release Skyrim for the Switch?
Oh yeah, I totally spaced that. Skyrim.
Okay,
for the Switch.
I did say
yeah, Skyrim, and you can apparently use a Link amiibo to dress the character up like Link.
Yeah, I was kind of weird about that because I never expect that to happen.
Oh, I don't think anyone really did.
You open the chest and you get a freaking gear from Links.
Well, imagine like this. No one even thought that
yeah, me and Charlie had
Nintendo would have Skyrim.
Well, that's a first.
That's apparently a first.
This is gonna be like first Bethesda game to be on a Nintendo console.
Seems to be. Far Cry 5.
Oh, Far Cry 5. It was like one of the first Far Cry games to take place in America. And and they really want to make it look like you're in America, like there's like fucking trucks and
there's trucks in other places, not just the US, buddy.
Not just the US, but other places.
It's not just in the US.
It's basically like
and
there's like a lot of debate about. It's been like a little controversy about in Far Cry 5. Like there's like a trailer that was shown. And a lot of HGW
I don't see a trailer. Oh, there was. And the last thing that Kotaku has for Ubisoft is they showed something called Beyond Good and Evil 2. They announced that. Oh, there's also a couple things that they announced. They showed a new trailer for South Park: A Fractured But Whole, a live performance promoting Just Dance 2018, which is coming out in October. A mobile South Park game called South Park: The Fractured But Hole Destroyer.
Freaking hilarious. That looks like it's going to be hilarious.
And a game called Steep is getting an Olympic expansion, whatever that is. So now that we've gone through everything that people have released for E3, what's your thought on E3 2017 as a whole? Like on a scale of like 1 to 5,
really good
how would
E3.
you rate this?
I think it's a very
from, like,
good E3
what I've heard
this year. Showed a lot.
So what, like a 5?
Let's just say a 10 out of 7 for E3.
10 out of 7?
Yeah, 10 out of 7.
You mean 7 out of 10? Oh, so you're giving it like it was like phenomenally good?
Yeah.
I think, alright, so on a scale of 1 to 7, I think I'd say 5. Because I heard a few things that people were kind of like nitpicking about. Some people didn't like. I'm like, alright, I don't. Some of the stuff that kind of got me was like that Spider-Man trailer for Sony was kind of cool. I'm really hyped to see what Nintendo's going to do for that Pokemon RPG. And Mario Odyssey. That's going to be interesting.
And Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I'll be playing that game for
Crash
days.
Bandicoot's going to be... That seems like it's going to be an interesting little nugget.
I did play the Game Boy versions of it. I think they were called Crash Bandicoot Entranced and Crash Bandicoot His Huge Adventure or something.
Oh, something like that.
Because they couldn't really afford a PS1.
All right. I think that's all we've got. So we thank you guys so much for watching this. If you like this, make sure you subscribe to the Quiet Tavern podcast for more weekly entertainment content. You can go follow me on. You can go sub to me on YouTube, youtube.com/RealCharlieMercury. You can go sub to Atomic. You can go follow us on Twitter at The Quiet Tavern, and then
also I might be
separate Twitter handles.
I might be going back to streaming soon because I'll be streaming Fallout New Vegas modded. Modded Fallout New Vegas. Maybe coming that.
And one thing that I should have mentioned at the top of the show was, if you guys want to pitch into the show in a monetary way, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/The Quiet Tavern. And who knows, you may have your name scrolling in our credits or at the start of each show.
So is that everything?
And
get everything wrapped up here?
That might be everything. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Later, guys.
Peace.